things done and then trying to learn to do things better each and every day. Hey. So today is about what are you learning? How are you growing every day? Listen, I know like we are far from our high school days or our college days or whatever. I mean, I'm far from it. But yet I've spent I wouldn't say day, but I feel like I'm always pursuing to learn more. So I am not the best housekeeper. I'm going to say that now. I'm not the best housekeeper. But I am working on it. And I like to be motivated. So sometimes I'm not motivated to cook. And my favorite person to get motivated to cook is J. Morrell Stewart in the Large Family table. I love her. She motivates me. And I'm just working on a lot. I'm trying not to do too much. You know, we talked about that on Monday about dealing with the fight between Martha and Mary. Sorry, I'm getting text messages going through. And I've been working on just cleaning and purging and finding some order to my life. I do feel like that's important. I will say I totally got motivated on from a friend of mine because you made it. Good morning. I got motivated. I don't know if y'all follow this Instagrammer. I know I'm still like somewhat on Instagram and somewhat not. You've noticed. Go Clean Co. Go Clean CLEAN Co. Like company. I'm gonna write that on the dry erase board so you can see it. What it looks like. Anyways, they are a cleaning company, and I would probably have totally overlooked them if it wasn't for my friend at Southern Meets Mennonite. Let's see. So at Go Clean Co. I know it's going to be backwards. Sorry. You got a better one? And then my friend Sarah Beth is at Southern Meets. I don't know how to spell Mennonite.
M-I-N-I-T.
Is it, or is it M-E? I thought it was M-E-N.
It's M-I-N.
No, it's M-E-N.
M-I-N-I-N.
I think it's Mennonite. Lottie, will you check how to spell Mennonite? So at Go Clean Co. So I love having friends who are learners. I feel like, and that can be very contagious. I have friends who are not learners. And I have friends who are learning something new. It feels like every week they have something new. And that's one of the things I get told a lot by people who personally know me. Like, oh, you're always doing something. You're always on to something new. Mennonite. Okay. All right. Well, just Mennonite. So I was talking to Sarah Beth at Southern Meets Mennonite. I don't even know if you can read that. Southern Meets Mennonite. And she was telling me about Go Clean. So I've known Sarah Beth for 15 years. She used to babysit for me. She used to clean for me. Anyway, so we're talking, and she's a young mom, and it's so funny. Like, we were talking this morning, and it makes me laugh. So she's trying to get a word in edgewise, and there's just a 2-year-old screaming, because 2-year-olds scream. And it really rushes me back. I know what you mean. Most of my friends have TV watching as their hobby. I know, right? Who has time for that? I'm gonna work in the laundry room today. Yeah, so I hope you don't mind. If the sound is bothersome, tell me. So, because the dryer's going. She is there with her 2-year-old, and her 2-year-old is screaming. And like it brought me back. It just rewinded me 10 years. And I remember people like, I just can't handle your kids right now. You got it. I can't talk to you. And I remember kind of being just like, oh. And if you go through years and years of a baby screaming and being kind of shut down by your people, it's overwhelming. I'm like, okay, girl, let's figure out some solutions for you. I remember these days. And I remember like, it was just so, having those days in your life where you're just like, you have to reach out, you have to be around people, but it feels like you can't go out because you're, I hate to say dragging, but you got your kids in tow. And then when you try to talk to them in person, it's just like, or on the phone, they don't want to be on the phone with you. So anyway, so that was that. So Sarah and I were talking, and she knows my struggle to be motivated to clean. And so she got me on Go Clean Go. Go Clean Co. But she like explained it all to me. And like the biggest thing that like flabbergasted me was how much cleaning they do with Tide. Just Tide and bleach. And I'm not gonna lie, I've been using the Wellness Company for a long time, but I'm gonna tell you, I'm having a hard time with affording the Wellness Company. If they weren't talking to you because of your littles, they weren't my people. Trust me, my people's small. I have a small group of who are really my people. And then there's a lot of people that are just in your life and you love them nonetheless. So so one of the things I'm running into is I keep going back. I'm going to tell you, I'm no longer affiliated with Melaleuca at all, or the Wellness Company. This has been my go-to laundry detergent. I use it because of my daughter will literally, good morning, Catherine, will have her skin itches. She'll get red hives based on the laundry detergent. Well, I go through a lot of this, and I have, in order to be part of the Wellness Company, I have to spend each month. And I was looking at that and I was just like, wow, whoa, that's a lot of money I'm spending. So I'm trying to make some changes, and I'm not even sure if any of this will work or if I'll be back at the Wellness Company before I know it. So if you have a child that's really ultra sensitive, help me out. I've made my own laundry detergent, but sometimes it just felt like the clothes were still grimy than they should be. We don't do scents or any of that. So what I'm testing out, and this is my plan, is that I know you come to Mama Chat, you never know what you're gonna get, and my titles are so vague, but I know I don't have the box. I just don't want to deal with the box. I feel like they're so messy. I bought this for like $3. It fits one small box just fine, and it's the Tide HE Free and Gentle. I know it looks like an H, but it's gentle, free and gentle. And I'm going to try this and see if it works. Has anybody had any experience using the Clean and Gentle? If you feel you must. So, the Free and Gentle, if you've had a child that's really, Echoes has been our best friend. Yeah, I have Echoes. And it's been this full for the last year. I tried it. We started getting a musky smell, so obviously I needed to strip. But I found the lavender is too much smell for us, and it didn't do well on her. It made her itchy. It definitely made her itchy. So I have this. What my thoughts are, we're gonna try it. Hopefully y'all are gonna flood me with like really good laundry detergent to try. I'm going to try this with her, and I'm going to hoard this because thankfully I have one. Oh man, again. All right, do I have it? Woo! David doesn't like that lavender either. I just got the free of scent one. And maybe it could be the scent. Maybe. But I have like 2 more. So I really have like 3 whole bottles. So my thoughts are, if the Tide doesn't work, if I can't find a solution, I would just only have her use, only her laundry would be used using the Melaleuca product, and then the rest of us will go to a cheaper product. I have really greasy people in my life. Like, they're just oily people. My husband's very oily. So I'm trying to make sure that I can strip those out of the clothing, because it definitely does wear the clothing out. All right, so what I liked when I started like researching Go Clean Co., they're very motivating. I like how they keep everything, welcome to my world, right? They're very motivating because they keep things simple. And for me, I need simple. I need as simple as I can get. And what happened was I was motivated. I won't lie, I'm motivated. I need to see that it's going to be doable, and I want to be able to do it easily. I don't like a lot of things. I don't like a lot of products. I sound like I'm trying to be an influencer on products. I'm not at all trying to influence anybody to buy anything today. But I cleaned. It's funny because I'll shut my bedroom door. I didn't get to my bedroom. What about the new company that uses the look like dryer sheets for washing clothes? I'll get the name for you. Okay, cool. All I did last night was, I was trying to make a candy cane shirt. It failed. It looks like Where's Waldo. I don't know what to do with it now. I've not decided what to do with that yet. But anyways, all I did was sweep and clean my floors to the bathroom. So I still have a lot of groceries I need to put into the pantry. And then I did my floors, and I did part of my countertops. I did that last night. Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm not a big cleaner. Did I tell you that? I don't clean much. Anyway, my husband came home, and he was just like, it smells so clean in here. Thanks. So he definitely noticed it, and I was impressed, because here's what the thing is with Go Clean Co. I'm not doing them justice at all. We use those in the Army. Depending on the brand, they can leave a harsh cleaner film scent on your clothes. Some brands aren't. When you said those, what do you mean on those? Some brands aren't as bad. Are you talking about the Tide, or what were you talking about? Anyway, sorry. So anyways, what I was impressed with is that they have like these, like all over their Instagram, they have these like little formulas. Like their go-to cleaner is literally Tide and bleach. Not in my life have I ever thought about using a detergent as a all house cleaner. I was flabbergasted how clean my floors got with a tiny, like I think it was a tablespoon of Tide and half a cup of bleach. I don't remember. You'd have to go check. Go back on there. The dryer sheets that you use in your wash. Oh yeah. I could see that leaving a film. I haven't used it, haven't tried it at all. So I went ahead, I've got myself set up with like a little cleaning bottle. I plan to do my walls today. My walls are awful with the kids. They just climb the walls. It's black everywhere. I already want to paint my walls, and we haven't been here 1 year. So I made myself, and all this is bleach and Tide, and I can't believe how good it works. I'm just in shock at how good it works. One of the things I did, I plan to strip my laundry. So I went ahead and got the washing soda and borax. I used to make my laundry detergent all the time, so I would always have that. Good morning. So I got my washing soda. So one of the things I really want to show too is I like this. This is the cereal container. It's like $3.50. I bought one for my washing soda. I bought one for my borax. And I actually got, oh no, did we delete our message? Oops. Let's see, can I undelete it? No. Can't undelete it. That's what I don't like, that they don't let you do that. Yeah, I can't add it back either. Sorry. So, Tara Rose was saying that the film, what happened was she deleted, was, the film that has the laundry detergent in there left a like weird funky film on the clothes when they were in the army. All right, so I have this one. So this is Tide also, but with the Oxy, because that's all they had. I wanted to get started. I was at the Dollar General, and that's all they had. So I picked that up, and I stored it in here. And like their small box fit in here really nice. And so I think this comes down to 16 cups, so that's 1 gallon in these little containers. But I liked it too because, and I'll show you, I liked it, I guess, because I guess I need to rate them on the sides. I like it because it can sit here. It looks nice and neat. So see, I still have my Meluka. So I have my fabric softener because that's about the only one we can use. And my mom does it so I can get her to buy it for me or gift it to me. Let me turn you back around. So I bought that one. So I've been cleaning with the Oxy, and then I bought this one to try out for the rest of the family. It has no scent, so hopefully it won't aggravate their allergies. This is 1 gallon also, but I got it because it has the handle, and I feel like that would be easier for my kids to get off the shelf. I don't want it to be much bigger than that. And so I did that. So that kind of looks nice, neat, and organized. Trying my best. Trying to, use up the last of this. I won't lie, I'm probably going to clean toilets with this today. And then my bottle of bleach and putting that away. So with all that said, that is somewhere in part of my rabbit trails of learning today. I'm also, thanks to Go Clean Co, I think I got my husband buying me a new vacuum cleaner. I've had this one 10 years maybe. It's been excellent, but I don't have very much carpet. I have rugs, but not carpet. And because of that, this is very clunky. And I need to do a lot of, like, trying to clean corners and stuff is rough. Oh, look, she was able to find her comment. Okay, so I've been kind of on that right now, trying to get my house cleaned. Some of the reason my motivation for cleaning is cam yeast. Yes, cam yeast. Cam yeast. Trish, what helps me stay motivated in cleaning is that I assign each day its chore. Then the other day, the floors and oh yeah. I'm not that well organized. I wish I was, but I'm not. I only focus one chore that day. I'm getting there, but I need to do a pretty deep clean. I'm going to give you a quick look at my kitchen. It's a hot mess. It's in the cleaning process. So that's become my dehydrator stand. Oh, my messy stuff. And then, good morning, Tanya. And then, see, I just have stuff everywhere. Oh, it makes me crazy. But I do want to show you. It's growing, finally. And it's growing because it's next to the dehydrator. So that's worked. I have a well-lived-in, well-loved house. Stuff is everywhere. Well, and usually this stuff isn't everywhere. It's just working on building a month supply in my pantry and starting from scratch on a pantry that could be a story in itself. I've really grown and improved as a home organizer. Some days not. So I really need to get things under control. One of the things I'm debating on. Okay, so I am working on. Some people are gonna hate this video because I am ADD. ADHD rabbit trailing so bad in so many directions. Oh well. So I'm gonna go back to laundry room. I don't have kids down there. Well, my laundry hallway. So some of what I'm really working on, and I'm gonna take a stool with me so I can sit on a stool. What I'm working on, there is a lot of uncertainties, and there is a lot of we've already had some crazy experiences with COVID and shutdowns everywhere. Not that I'm predicting, Good morning, Green Gable. Have fun at piano lessons. Oh, you want to say good morning?
Good morning.
She is not homeschooled. She's just fighting something. We can't figure it out. She kind of got a queasy stomach. All right, can I sit? No, I can't sit. Dang it. I was hoping to sit. Maybe if I put you on the wash machine. So, not really what I want to do. We're going to post that there. I know. I look like such an amateur. Woo! There I go. Yay! Now I can read. So, and I'm going to turn off the dryer so we don't have to hear that. All right, so there's just a lot of things, and it really has pushed us this last month to really evaluate and decide to start dealing with food storage. The prices are rising is one. It's easier. Hold on a second. Hey, can we not? It literally is my 13-year-old. My 13-year-old has to pick at everybody. Everybody. All the time. She just wants to correct them to the point they're crying. And then she's crying because she's frustrated because they're not doing what she wants to do. Joys of 13. So, I've been dealing with my food pantry, and it's like building up and learning how to store things, and all of a sudden, like, it's just becomes like very, like, oh, wait a minute, this really can work well because I'm buying big packages, and usually I buy big packages, and then I don't store it well. We don't have any goats in milk right now, so we're waiting on that. We have no goats in milk. We're waiting for goats to come. Does the same thing, granddaughter. They're special, so special. So I'm realizing, like, oh, wait a minute. We've been gardening since 2012 and have always wanted to get into canning, but felt overwhelmed. Been so convicted to put food up. Well, I plan on doing a lot of, stuff out of my pantry and just kind of keeping it simple as best as possible, because number one, I need to keep it simple, and I need to keep it simple. So that will be nice. And it's just getting the videos, but I do want to clean my house and take care of the cam yeast that I'm dealing with and fighting, and I'm trying to get into a routine. So one of the things I've noticed is, like, my counter space. Oh, I'm going to get onto them so bad. You get to come with me. Because, like, they know better. All right, y'all are getting too loud, too whiny, too picky, and I can hear every bit of you in there. No. I don't want excuses. No. You got to watch the mom look. They're back there like, oh. Anyway, so all of a sudden I realized that, like, my counter, I've been kind of fighting with my counter space. I have a big, like, 3-gallon glass thing that I keep my flour in. My bread flour and my all-purpose flour. Well, it's so huge. It takes up so much room. It drives me nuts. And then I'm working and I'm, like, building my food storage. And I'm just like, oh, wait, if I package it like this, and I buy it bulk, which is so much cheaper, I can store it I can repackage it into my own 5-gallon or 1 pound bags, right? Into my own 1 pound or 5 pound bags. And then that would be easier. Then I only need to store a gallon of flour and I can just keep rotating. I can go grab what I need. And I'm not buying a ton of little things of flour. And I was like, oh, that would be so much easier. And there was a time I did a lot of cooking from scratch, and where I kept a few things and I could make so much with that. And that's kind of like where this comes in. I gravitate towards that very efficient, can I have like one thing do 6 jobs? And then I only buy that one thing. And it seems to make my grocery bill go down. Right now it's high because I'm restocking and resetting up on that. And I've been doing a lot of catch up to fill in the holes I need. But my goal is to go back to about a once a month shopping. So once a month shopping for the needs that I have. Still playing catch up on like all the BOGOs. Go buy the BOGOs when they're there. But trying my best to stock up, work from what I have, but trying to produce what I can. Some of the things that makes me nervous, like big tech is the #1 owner of U.S. farmland. Why, Bill? Why? What's your plan? And so there's some distrust there, especially when it comes to food. And so trying to streamline and simplify and not be caught up with every little thing. So that's what I'm working on. So I'm learning, they're going to plan to GMO us all the way through. So I'm kind of rabbit trailing on cleaning my house to make it a more organized and efficient space. I should show you what my shelf is up here, and maybe we can acknowledge later I've done better by it, but we're working. It's a work in progress. Very cautious. I have the land to do so, learning to produce more produce on my own, or finding a way that I can buy it that it stores well and efficiently, and I can make convenient things without overwhelming myself, but without going back to the boxes of stuff. Whew. So that's definitely, one of the things I used to do, I didn't buy paper towels because it was cheap, and they drove me up the wall and made more garbage. And like just cutting our garbage down, because all the processed stuff is what creates garbage. Convenience food. So finding a way to keep convenience better. And I don't want to call it in an environmentally thoughtful way. It's not necessarily that, but it is that, but it's not. That's a benefit of it, but it's not the purpose of it. And the purpose of it is to just live modestly. I don't want to say frugal. I just want to live modest. And we really do, that modest living. But teaching my kids to modestly live so that they don't get a job and feel like they're making money. Let me buy a big house. Let me buy a new truck. Let me buy a new car. Let me buy a boat. And this extravagant lifestyle that's become the norm is what I'm trying to put out there. So I'm busy learning how to put up food well and properly, learning sourdough, slowly learning bread making. It has been a process. I share that story about BG now being the owner of most, and it is concerning. Use it up, wear it out, make do or without. That is right. So I'm working on that. I plan to do a lot of dehydrator videos, and I'll start doing canning videos and meal prep videos. That shelf stable and like moving. I want to kind of move our dependence off of our deep freezers. We have 3, and I have 3 deep freezers, 3 refrigerators, and to be honest, I don't need that many. And if I planned it right, and the other aspect, and I know other families in my area, you put so much investment in your deep freezer, and the power goes out or the door got left open. I can't tell you how many times I know people who lost an entire cow in their freezer. And not that I don't want to have any freezer use. I want to have some freezer use, but I really want to cut down that. And finding ways to cut down the phone. Listen, these phones take up a lot of energy, a lot of power we normally wouldn't have. So trying to find those ways to kind of do a better job and not be so needy. I don't want to say needy, but I want to say do a better job at being prepared. I'm new to your channel, but I ended up here. Ooh, I don't want to do that. I ended up here because, are you still doing RC? I would like to know more about your RC journey. I'm like cutting in and out of RC. I still like those principles. And I kind of feel the need to go back to an RC, and I just trying yes and no. I probably will be hitting on that soon. As soon as I figure out what is my best way of going. But trying to just eliminate my needs on the deep freezers continuously towards more independence and less dependence. Yes. And I feel like some of us are very programmed to feel like we're independent. Like, I have my own meat in the freezer until the power goes out. What do you do then? What are you going to do? That's the hard part. So I'm working on those things, and I know enough to know what I don't know. I think that's true knowledge. Somebody who doesn't know much will feel as though they know almost all of it. Somebody who knows more will realize there's always so much more to know. And I'm kind of there. I feel like there's just so much more to always be learning. I mean, always be reading. And I mean, I'm kind of focused on practical things, but I'm always learning history. I'm always reviewing current events. One of my favorite podcasts is The Briefing by Albert Moyer. I think that's it. And he typically does biblical world perspectives. There's sometimes though I'm like, okay, I'm not going to say I'm 100%, but we live on a 40-acre farm, and I'm trying to learn what to do with my 200 eggs a week without using the deep freezer. Sell them. I'd be selling them to your neighbors. 200 eggs a week. So that's 12 dozen a week. The Briefing by Albert Moyer. Yeah, but it's spelled different. It's not Moyer. But it's called The Briefing. It's a podcast. Really, really good. Very biblically based. And sometimes he'll say things that hurts. And I say it hurts because I don't want to hear that. That's not the way I want it to do. Or what I want to hear is hard. All right, so if I had 200 eggs a week and I didn't want, like, storing them is hard. It's really hard to store them long term. I don't wash them. I keep my eggs on the counter. I even keep store-bought eggs on the counter. Some people don't like that. I've always done it. I haven't had a problem. But you do you. I'm not trying to say anybody do something else. What I would do, I had, my husband is making an egg sign and putting it some days, but I get a lot of eggs. I give a lot of eggs away. It's exasperating, but my stress is happening. I'm learning on positive scripture messaging. How many in your family? That's the best land. I would sell eggs, and then my favorite thing, this is how I would store eggs. I would not store eggs as eggs in a whole completely. My favorite is bread pudding. It uses a lot of eggs, and I would then make it and freeze it. So you'll run through a ton of eggs. I would make the potatoes, sausage, cheese, and egg casserole. So I just put potatoes, sausage, mix the eggs with some cheese, pour it in. And I would make a lot of those. No, I would literally sell your eggs off your front porch, and it's their job to come get them. And when you have extra, you just make stuff. So I would make that, and you can make those casseroles. And I would even make them in little loaf pans. And then I would wrap them and freeze them. I've seen them preserved in lime water, never done it, don't know how. Yeah, there's YouTube videos about preserving them whole. I just have not ventured down there. My other favorite one is a Dutch baby. Oh my goodness. It is literally, I don't know, 6 eggs. It's like dessert. It's 6 eggs, flour, and a stick of butter. And you make it in the stovetop, and then you put it in the oven, and it's this like, it's almost like a Danish quiche. No, it's like a Danish. It's a phenomenal. That one. And then my favorite one are crepes. I grew up calling them Swedish pancakes. And they use a lot of eggs in order to make them very, very flat or thin. They require a lot of eggs for that hold. So those would be my 4 things. I know they're all breakfast. Bread pudding, Dutch baby, bread pudding, Dutch baby, crepes or Swedish pancakes. I call them Swedish pancakes, and a casserole. Those 4 things I could probably easily eat up. And then one of the things I've been really focusing on this year, I'm really taking off. Can you hard-boiled eggs and dehydrate them? No. Not that I've read. I know you could freeze dry them if you had a freeze dry machine. In fact, if you had a freeze dry machine, you can scramble them, freeze them, put them in the freeze dryer, and then make powder. And that powder you can reconstitute into making eggs. When I get a lot of eggs, I would like fill my Instapot with fresh eggs and hard boil them. And then and I love having hard boiled eggs. Yeah, you could freeze dry them, but I feel like that's the only thing. You could I don't know if you can you can pickle them. And I know people would pickle them, but I'm not sure if I'm a pickled egg person. Just saying. I have not eaten any to know if I like pickled eggs. I probably should buy some pickled eggs and see if that's something I would like to do. Pickled hard-boiled eggs, pickled red beet eggs, right? I gotta pickle some red beet eggs or buy some red beet eggs and see if that's something my daughter would like. The one that has eating issues. Because those are things she could eat. And they would be convenient for her. So anyway, that's what I'm working on learning now and honing in the skills. I know it sounds crazy, and I feel like the most successful women that are home, that stay at home, treat their stay at home like a job. I treat my stay-at-homeness like I'm in college and I'm here to learn, and I'm in an academia exploration research phase. I treat it like a researcher. If you make deviled eggs, they vanish quickly. Oh, that's so true. They do. They're a lot of work. But I love deviled eggs. Yeah. So I kind of treat mine like a researcher. So I'm trying to do better to manage, be a better home manager. I don't know how many of y'all deal with that at all. But I'm going to get off here because I'm going to take care of some stuff. I'm going to show you, like I said, my laundry room, and we'll see if something magical happens. Like, I like Catherine at Do It on a Dime, but some of her stuff doesn't really fit my jive. I got a couple of eggs pickled after the pickles were gone. Oh, they were okay. Okay, so here is my laundry room. So this part looks pretty A-okay. I got my Dollar Tree basket. I got my new little containers from Walmart with my new simplified ingredients to clean all things. With bleach water. I'm going to put my bleach up there. I'm going to do some magic that maybe I can condense these 2 baskets into one of those drawers you pull out. I'm going to clean one of those. And there's my sewing machine and my basic. No, that's a hot glue gun. Not even my basic stuff. That's my hot glue container. I like to keep my hot glue gun and my glue sticks together. I like them in a plastic container because I can use the lid for my things. So this is where it gets hairy. Well, now remember, my laundry room is the hallway. That's to the rest of the house. That's to the bedroom. And my husband built the shelves when we were building. I was like, you need to put one here. So I'm like, you have to put, he was not really, What do you think of sunlight for multiple children? If you've tried it, I know this is changing the subject. I love it. And I just can't do it. And I love it. And I want to almost purchase it again. So I don't know. It's good. I love the books. But then you can buy the books. I don't know. It could be something that I feel like you could thread that'd be another conversation, threading Robinson and sunlight together. Okay, but then up here I have more of these baskets. Oh, and more baskets. That's like a treasure box for my kids. Bed sheets. Jeans somebody's supposed to come pick up. They haven't picked up. My little ironing board. I really have got to tame this up here. I could use this better. And I need the baskets to do under the bathroom storage. So I don't know. So I love you guys. I'm going to take off, get cleaning, do some dry canning. I have not tried Amble's. Well, we'll do that Monday. How about that? Monday, we're going to talk all things homeschool around 9 o'clock. Suddenly had jars and more importantly, lids. So I'm unexpectedly canning this week while the countdown to our wedding. I'm hoping Walmart had lids today. So I bought lids. I've been buying lids. My neighbors are getting potatoes today. So I'm hoping to have a big stash of local potatoes to put into jars. Hoping, planning. Because I want to get my jars filled so I can justify buying more jars when they're available. All right, so Monday, between 8 and 9, we'll get kicked off. You know, depending on what happens, I was late today. And we will talk homeschool curriculum living books. That will be Monday's conversation. Uh-oh, here she comes. She knows
Peace out.
That's not how you do it. It used to be like, peace out.
Right. It's
They're
not
all,
peace out.
They're all coming.
It's peace in.
Peace in? Y'all are funny.
Peace in. Peace up.
All right. Tomorrow, we'll see ya. Or Monday, we'll see ya.
Peace out. Peace in. Whatever.